Listen, if you're running traffic right now, whether to an e-commerce business or coach, personal branding, consultant, service provider, etc., you might be having a hard time. You might be getting stressed out because some things aren't working. They're working. You're just going to have to listen to some stuff that you might not want to implement because it takes time, effort, and money. So listen to this. Let's start with ecom people. We work with over 150 companies inside of our mastermind powerhouse. And a lot of times people have been coming up recently, especially because of the economic climate, saying, hey, my ads aren't working, people aren't buying. And all of that is true, right? We're obviously looking at some uncertain times. We're technically in a recession, but there's a lot of people that are still crushing it. And it's because they're doing a little bit more. So normally how it's been for the past 4 or 5 years, really past decade, is you run ads, you get a big X ROI, and you're crushing, right? The reality now is you have to have a brand. The majority of stuff isn't gonna come from your ads team sucking or your agency not doing well. It's your creative refresh. So if you're doing ads on Facebook and Instagram, you need to be refreshing your creative significantly more than you used to. You need to be focusing on user-generated content, employee-generated content, and some sort of influencer marketing as well. Whatever kind of content you can get organically, and also using that content as creative refreshes to launch more ads quicker, faster, and kind of try to figure out which ones are working, and then double down inside of those angles or that kind of content. So that's one thing you can do. The second thing, you need to look at your funnel. It's not just the ads. If I drive all the clicks in the world and your funnel sucks, it's going to continue to suck. The big thing you need to focus here is your average order better than your CPA, your cost per acquisition? If it's not, or if it's kind of grinding into just being break even, you need to figure out, how do I increase that average order? Or how do I extend that lifetime value so I can break even, but then get people into subscription, get them into some sort of recurring, or sell them something on a drop so I can maximize the lifetime value of the customer, and then I can monetize that, and it's okay to break even in that scenario. If not, how do I bundle things up, or how do I create more in the upsell path, or charge different pricings in some sort of way through bundles or tests or different sequences, so you can increase that average order value. Those are the things that you're going to have to start focusing on. And then finally, how do you send more emails and more SMS so you increase your email and SMS revenue from probably 20, 25% all the way to 40, maybe even 50% of your revenue, so you can then afford to bring in more people, maximize that lifetime value, that consistency, and get more sales. But the number one problem is also testing the same thing. You're running the same offer to the same creative and the same platform, and you're expecting different results. Test TikTok, influencer marketing on TikTok, user-generated content on TikTok. It's working amazingly. Worst case scenario, it's working for top of funnel, and then you can push that traffic on retargeting to Facebook, Instagram, etc. Test more user-generated content, and you're going to have to invest into this. It is different, and it is going to cost you more, but we're in a place right now that you need to be testing these things. And if you have a business and a brand, you need to be focusing on these things. Now, if you're doing coaching, consulting, service provider stuff, what's worked before is you run a page to an application and you sell them some sort of high-ticket coaching. That still works. The sales cycle is becoming different. So a few things that you can do there are, number one, increase the opportunities through different funnels. What I mean by that is build some sort of ascension funnel or a lead magnet funnel that gets people into your ecosystem, push them into community, have a Facebook group, Discord, whatever you want, and extend the sales cycle by creating more value, having more conversations, and trying to push people. The guys that used to take 3 months might take 6, and that way you're monetizing with a front-end offer, getting the value and bringing people on instead of just having one funnel. Change your traffic sources. If you're only doing Facebook, the best quality people in this particular scenario are people that we're seeing coming from YouTube or that are engaging inside of our communities. So pull traffic into those situations. And the last thing is create more offers that are smaller, right? Create a recurring revenue offer so you can have people come in and ascend. Create more value inside of your Facebook group. Build an ascension offer, something that starts at $7 or $20 to 50 to 100, and make sure, again, like always, that your average order value is greater than your cost per acquisition so you can scale, right? If you're telling me, well, I'm getting 6 times return on ad spend, and you're spending $300, I don't care. It is not a flex. If you're spending $3,000 or $5,000 a day and you're getting that, keep going. Right now you can scale. But if you're spending $600 a day with a 5 times return, you need to try to get that return down so you can spend more revenue. Inside of this business, start creating content at scale. I'm gonna create another video on telling you guys how we're creating content at scale and how content distribution is queen, content creation is king, distribution is going to be queen, and it's going to be a long time for the queen to be kind of like the top of the person inside of like the throne. So to recap, guys, relook at in both industries, look at your funnels, look at your traffic sources, refresh your creative significantly more than you do, extend your lifetime value, increase your average order value, and be testing more than you normally can, focusing a lot on lifetime through email, SMS, ascension offers, upsell offers, joint venture opportunities, influencer marketing, employee-generated content, and user-generated content. If you start implementing these things inside of a quarter by weekly creating cadences that you're measuring as KPIs, you're gonna start having a lot more success, and you're gonna turn your frown upside down by making everything that's not working start to scale. That's it for me, guys. Like, subscribe, join the notifications, and we'll see you guys in another video.